Hi, I'm Evan Pantazi. Today I'm in Steers Swamp in Marblehead. It's a swamp area. It's got a couple little ponds in it as well. It was for military people or the revolutionary protectors, the militia that banded together to fight the British off in 1770s, and how they got to win. Well, they employed guerrilla warfare, and that's pretty much what we're working with nowadays with the COVID, with all the gyms and dojos closed down, is more of a guerrilla type of warfare. I'll take a look around a little bit. Here's what's called a lean-to. No, it's not the original one. But they do try to keep up the historical aspect because Marblehead is a very historical town, okay, and they have houses that date back into the 1600s that are still occupied and working, and they're private residences, so people keep up the town a lot and their structures. And there's another little fortress that they found, or a lean-to. Okay, and here's the swamp in back of me. They hid out in here away from Fort Sewell and the mainland and the ports of Salem and also Marblehead. And the reason being is they couldn't fight off the British. The British were trained fighters. They had to learn to use guerrilla tactics, and obviously they did pretty well at it. So they'd hide in here, and then they'd congregate, and then they'd go out, do a hit on the armies, and then come back into hiding. And that's basically what we're doing now. Our dojos are closed per se. You can still do a couple things. We're working privately in smaller groups, which is fine by me, because what we're doing is we're getting more personal into it. And we're not doing a structured martial art. What we're doing is we're learning the Kyusho, obviously, and deploying it on how we use our own body reactions, because everybody's different. You can't fit everybody into a mold. You have to be able to adapt, and that's what we're working with the Kyusho still. And this area just brings this back to mind. Living in Marblehead's been exciting for me because it has so much history. It's where the George Washington started the U.S. Navy, is in Marblehead Harbor. One of the Air Force first flights came out of the harbor also, down by another area in Marblehead. So there's a lot of history here. Not only that, but Salem's the next town over. And of course, everybody knows what Salem was. It was where the East India Corporation started shipping in from overseas to the U.S., one of the ports, one of the original ports, and how it built from there. And remember, the East India Corp was one of the first corporations, if not the first corporation, that has propelled the markets and life forward. So anyway, this again is Steers Swamp. This is behind me is Black Joe's Pond. Black Joe was one of the militia, and very famous gentleman, because they grouped, they forged plans to fight a much more well-equipped team of professional soldiers from the Royal Crown, Britain herself. So just a little bit of nostalgia here in Marblehead. Stick to your Kyusho. Get into small training groups. Our study group program is phenomenal for helping you train, to organize the courses, to stay on track with the educational process. We link it up with our video process of the Platinum subscription. And you can go forward and you can become very highly skilled with just a small group of people, and at least until all this is over and we can get back to our dojos, our training halls. And it's just a way to fortify yourself, prepare yourself, and learn something worthwhile in the martial arts at the same time.